And good morning to you all out there. Today is Monday, September the 12th. I'm your host for today's community conversation show, Quabila Harden. And today my special guest is Miss Michelle Mansker. And she's in the Craig County Department or the Health Unit.
It's the local health unit.
The local health unit. Thank you so much for joining me today. And I want to send a shout out to Mr. Cato. He is out handling business. So if you see him out and about, give him a shout. Okay, so today our topic is going to be about breastfeeding. And I really hope that a lot of you young moms, new moms, to be moms, and that are out there listening, and I hope you learn a lot from today's show. So without further ado, I want Ms. Michelle to please give us a little background about herself and how she to the deal.
So it all started basically with my own birth. With my first one, I tried breastfeeding as best as I could. I didn't know anything about it, so I was just winging it.
Okay.
And then after my second birth, Evelyn, she just cut off and breastfed forever. So in the middle of breastfeeding her, I was on Facebook and saw the job that I have now as a breastfeeding career counselor posted on the health department's Facebook page.
Okay.
And I applied for it. So that's kind of how I ended up where I am.
Okay.
I went from being a stay-at-home mom to just helping other moms.
Okay. So did you have to get any kind of school education or certification to work in this position?
To be a breast counselor for the state, they train you with the Loving Support Peer Counselor training.
Okay.
They also provide you with other opportunities to get additional training. One of the ones that I have gone to is the Certified Lactation Counselor training.
Okay.
I'm from TELP, so I'm a certified lactation counselor now too.
Okay. So with the services that you provide within the health department or health unit, do your clients or patients come to you, or do you go to them to their homes?
Every breastfeeding care counselor is different. I mostly do it in clinic.
Okay.
So they'll come to me.
Okay. And can you please go ahead and give us the address of the local health unit where you're located?
We are at 611 East Washington Avenue. It's here in Jonesboro. We're in Suite B.
Suite B. Okay. Okay. Now let's get into some facts and figures, some statistics. So we talked a little bit earlier about national versus Arkansas. So can you go ahead and give us both of those statistics?
Okay. So our national statistics for breastfeeding are that 79% of moms initiate breastfeeding after birth. By 6 months, it drops down to only 49% of those moms are still breastfeeding. And by 12 months, 27% are breastfeeding. Arkansas is a little bit different. Our Arkansas initiation rate is 67%. 6 months, 32% of moms are still breastfeeding. And then by 12 months, 13% of those moms are still breastfeeding.
Wow, those numbers have changed.
Yes.
They changed drastically. What do you think are some of the causes for those numbers changing so drastically from this year?
There are a lot of different things that it could be. Sometimes moms don't really have the support that they need to continue the education. I think that having somebody kind of alongside you to help guide you and educate you is really great. We don't have a lot of lactation consultants around this area, so some of those moms are kind of not getting that support. And then a lot of my moms will go back to work too fairly soon after delivery. So back to work it's a big step to go from being at home with this new baby to going back to work. And when you go back to work, you have the choices. Do I want to continue breastfeeding? Do I want to stop? Should I have bit work or not? There's a lot of variables that go into whether they want to continue to breastfeed or not.
Okay, so before a mom decides to breastfeed, while she's pregnant, while she's making this decision, do you think she needs to factor in, okay, When do I plan going back to work? Will I have a babysitter? Like, what is my life going to be like after a certain point? Do you think the mom should, if she knows that she's fairly active, fairly busy, do you think that she should even consider breastfeeding and just go straight to bottle? Like, we're not trying to tell people what to do. I'm sorry, we're not trying to make a suggestion and say, well, just don't even think about it. You should give up now. I'm not saying that, but if a mom knows, okay, her life is set up in a certain way, what would you suggest to her?
I would still suggest breastfeeding. It's so great for the baby to breastfeed, even if it's just for a little amount of time.
Okay.
And the mom may find that she really enjoys breastfeeding. Just because you're active on the go doesn't mean you can't breastfeed. For the moms who stay at home but are just really active, like with other children, I think baby wearing is a great opportunity for them to still be close and you're able to breastfeed in that carrier and still have your hands free.
Okay.
And then the moms who are going back to work, like I said, they can just kind of make their choice based on their personal feelings. But a lot of my moms will start pumping. They'll pump while they're at work, and then when they come home, they breastfeed their babies.
Okay. Now, I do want to get to the pumping, but before we get to that, let's talk about some of the pros of breastfeeding.
Okay. There is a lot of it vibrates on. So there's a lot of benefits to breastfeeding for both the mom and the baby. For me, it's just, it's so much more healthier. It's got everything they need in it, and it's made specifically for them. So they're not going to be missing out on any nutrients or anything at the time that they need it. It's got antibodies in it, and that's one of my favorite parts of breastfeeding is that whenever we pick up a virus or bacteria, our body starts making antibodies to fight it off, and that's passed through our breast milk to our babies to protect them. They're less likely to have ear infections and tummy issues, or just get sick. And then for the moms, they get that bonding experience. I think that's just, I can't describe the bonding that you feel with it. It's amazing. And there's other health benefits to it too. It reduces breast and uterine.
Right. She has some wonderful insight, wonderful stories concerning almost every topic, so I really appreciate her a lot. Thank you, Ms. Norma. So let's show what she said as far as the babies, really thriving. So we're talking about the pros of breastfeeding and how it has the mutually linked bodies our bodies naturally produce as adults. So let's talk about also how the baby thrives overall, like gaining healthy weight and things of that nature.
Yes. So with breast milk, it is a living substance, and it is, when the babies drink breast milk, they are better able to absorb the nutrients. They're naturally, occurring nutrients. They're not artificially made, so they do absorb it a whole lot better. They don't have a lot of waste. And that's why you get breastfed babies that their bowel movements, they don't really smell awful. Because they're just better able to absorb and process the components of it.
Okay. We talked about, and I know this is probably a little early in the conversation to talk about what we started, but people want to feed their baby solid food because they feel like it's not enough. And then the baby is gaining weight, but it's not healthy weight. So, what age do you suggest to continue to breastfeed? If a woman wants to breastfeed, we're not going to talk about right now, not to this form because some women don't have any other options. But what age would you suggest, up to what age rather, a woman should breastfeed before they introduce?
The American Academy of Pediatrics recommends waiting until 6 months, and they have a lot of resources on their website too that can help you, and we have nutritionists too that can help you decide, because everybody's a little different to when they're ready.
Okay.
They'll show you signs, but 6 months, because before babies are ready, they're just not able to, process the solid foods, not able to break it down and absorb it like, they should be able to. So you don't want to introduce them too early.
Okay. And then you talked about, a little bit earlier, you mentioned about the artificial nutrients and things. So the same thing goes with baby food, with breast milk being, as you said, living substance. And a lot of more people are adopting a vegan and vegetarian type or non-meat lifestyle. Would you suggest that parents consider the same for their babies as far as fresh, unprocessed foods? We as adults, we go grab a smoothie with fresh vegetables and fruit. So can the babies not have the same thing in essence?
I mean, fresh fruits and vegetables are the best first choice to introduce to your baby. I would suggest, if a mom came and asked me that question, I would refer her to a nutritionist.
Okay.
We offer nutritionists, every day we have somebody there to talk to you about introducing those foods, and they help you make a plan that's specific for you and your baby. So it's really great to have that.
Alrighty. For those of you who may be just tuning in, you're listening to Community Conversations on KLK 102.5 FM. I'm your host, Cordelia Hart, and I'm speaking with Ms. Michelle Mansker of the Craighead County Health Unit, and we're talking about breastfeeding and all things babies. And so I hope that you have enjoyed the conversation so far. The phone lines are open at 870-277-1080. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please give us a call. We'll be happy to address it on air. And for those of you who may have missed it before, Miss Michelle is located at the Health Unit at 611 East Washington, Suite B. Most people know it as the big office. What is the, let me back up. Is the big office separated from the actual health department?
It's not. It's one large building.
Okay.
And the health department has its own door. We have our own door. But we can get to it either way.
Okay. Okay. So it's on Washington Street, so you can go wrong. Go into the health unit, they'll direct you to Miss Michelle if you have any questions or would like to set up an appointment with her to discuss breastfeeding and possibly get some help. Have you ever had moms come in, their babies are probably 3 to 4 months old, they decide, okay, I did the bottle feeding, I want to switch over to the feeding. Is that possible after that point?
It can be. I don't have moms usually come in that late.
Okay.
I would definitely refer them to an IBCLC, and that's International Verified Lactation Center. And we also have those that we can get them in contact with to help them initiate the breastfeeding.
Okay.
But I've seen, adoptive moms initiate breastfeeding and everything too, so it's really wonderful.
Well, I guess I want to ask this question, maybe far-fetched, but okay, we mentioned adoptive moms. Is it possible to get a woman lactating if she, has had a child, or it's been some time? Is it possible to reactivate the lactation process?
It is. They would need to go and talk to their nutrition gynecologist.
Okay.
And they can help begin that process.
Oh, that's wonderful information. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, anyone out there listening, if you think your window has closed, it hasn't. Just go see your doctor, obstetrician, and they will help you get started with whatever steps you need to take to get on the road to breastfeeding. So, like I said, we want to diss formula, but and we don't know the history of when formula first started. I can't give you a year, but can you maybe talk about how formula has affected or impacted the breastfeeding statistics?
Okay. So a long time ago, formula was just used, for the babies that just they didn't have in house. What nurses were also used, and those are other moms who breastfed the babies that weren't exactly this. But as I guess marketing grew within the United States, we started seeing these formula manufacturers growing and really marketing their products. And I think that did cause, has started to cause a little bit of issues with, the breastfeeding rates. I think that it's, and I kind of felt this way too before I gave birth to my first, that formula is just as good as breast milk, if that makes sense. So they really do fabulous with their marketing.
Okay.
And so if we feel that, it's just great, I mean, why not? You know what I mean?
Okay. And I'm sure some moms saw it as a convenience item. It was just easier, I guess, in their opinion.
And some moms, that are having issues with breastfeeding, they don't necessarily get the help they need. It's kind of easy to quit sometimes. With my second, the first couple weeks were really hard.
Okay.
We had a lot of latching issues, and it hurt.
Okay.
And I'm not saying that pain is normal because it's not, but I did get to the point where I told my husband, go to the store and get me bottles of formula because I'm so done with this pain. And so you sometimes can get to that point where you just don't feel like you can try anymore, you know what I mean? He definitely did not go to the store and get me formula. He was very encouraging.
That's wonderful.
And she breastfed for 4 years. So if you have that support person to really help you along, just somebody there to encourage you and remind you that you're doing a really great job, I think it makes all the difference in whether moms continue to breastfeed or not.
Okay. So, brother, you ready to break? We're going to pick up this conversation when we come back. I think having a support system all the way through pregnancy is important because by the time the baby comes, they'll feel just as attached, as the mom, so they'll want to help out and be there every step of the way. You're listening to Community Conversation on Kelly K 102.5 FM. We're going to get ready for a quick break, but we'll be right back. All right, so the camera, webcam is still low.
Okay.
Okay. So, we're going to talk about in the hospital. We finished up with the support system. Do you find when people come to you, do you have many dads come with them?
It's 50-50.
Okay. Have you ever had any mother come with like a best friend or a mother? Oh. So from your experience, who has been more, I don't know, I don't know, whether women that have a baby or not are more nurturing in essence. So who have you seen the biggest support from?
I would say either if they have a friend who has done it before,
Okay.
and the dad.
Okay.
If you can get the dad on board, we make it so much easier. I think they're wonderful support.
I think sometimes we leave dads out,
Yes.
even through the pregnancy aspect. It's like, well, he contributes as well, so
Yes.
we need to include him in every step of the pregnancy so that once the baby comes, he's not like an outsider to the whole process. I've seen that a lot, that the dads are kind of like, okay, what am I supposed to do? When it comes to feeding and changing and okay, and then we'll get into soothing. Like, okay, now that you have a baby, it's the medical room. What a way we talk about how. Well, no, we didn't talk about this on air. A lady will, the bonding experience, a lady will actually see herself when it's close to mom, maybe. So we'll talk about that. And creating a breastfeeding plan. And I know I was 19 when I had my son, and I tried the first day or so, and the nurses really did try. And I think I was more frustrated because I didn't see it growing up. It wasn't talked about. It wasn't introduced in my family, so it wasn't natural. It didn't feel natural. And he was a little green. He was a little green big. I don't know. It just me being young and just just baby was
Yeah, that's how I felt too. I was 16 when I got pregnant, and I knew nothing about being pregnant or having a baby or feeding that baby. I did know that I wanted to breastfeed, and I think I really decided that I wanted to do it after I started reading pregnancy and got introduced to my baby. But yeah, I was kind of just like, I'm not really sure if this is what I, if this is right. If I'm doing it.
And welcome back to Community Conversations. I'm your host, Leila Hardy, and I am speaking with Miss Michelle Mansker. She's a breastfeeding peer counselor at the Craig County Health Unit, which is located at 611 East Washington, Suite B. Okay, so we're going to continue our conversation. Before we went to talk about having a support system in place for moms when it comes to breastfeeding. And we're talking about, dads versus, another person, your best friend, mom, auntie, or something. Um, can you kind of finish up with, how important it is to have a support system?
Well, it's definitely important to have a support system. And I think with anything in life, we need somebody there to just kind of help and support us in whatever we're doing. So it's the same for breastfeeding. It's great to have somebody there beside you that's going to cheer you on, let you know you're doing a great job, and to keep up the good work. And so there's that. And I think that dads and family members are really important, especially if you can get the dad educated and excited about the breastfeeding of the baby, that he's just going to be there really to help encourage the mom to continue. I think moms are more influenced about how their the dad and their family feel about it. So we really want to try to get the family on board too.
Do you think that getting the dad more involved can help the bonding experience between the mom and the dad, especially if they are in a long-term committed relationship or married? Do you think it helps their bond if the dad is able to participate? Just they're sitting in a way where the dad can either massage the mother or massage the baby, caress the baby while the baby's breastfeeding, it also helps the couple bond as well.
I think so. I think when two people are,
yeah,
if that makes sense, because they are there doing this together and they're supporting each other. They're looking down the same path, I guess.
Okay.
So, and with breastfeeding, a lot of skin to skin is involved. When you are skin to skin with the baby, it releases a hormone called oxytocin, and they call it the hormone of love, and it just creates a wonderful bubble of love around you. It's wonderful.
Hey, well, I don't plan on having another baby just to feel that. Oh well. But you new moms, I hope that you are loving on your baby, and I hope you are considering breastfeeding for those of you who are expecting moms. Paul and Daniel, we talked a little bit about the natural nipple versus artificial pumping and things of that nature. Okay, what about those moms who have nipple issues and they simply cannot breastfeed? Have you ran into quite a few of those clients?
Like an inverted nipple?
Yes, or just, I don't know, whatever. But whatever will prevent them from breastfeeding.
Um, Sometimes it can cause a little bit of an issue, but usually the baby kind of gets the hang of things.
Okay.
And over time, you can watch as the baby comes off, even if your nipple is inverted. So most of the time, you're going to see that it actually it comes out.
Okay.
So sometimes it can go in and it's inverted. When the baby gets on there and suctions it, it pulls it out.
Okay.
It's really
Okay. So no woman really is off with no shape or no size.
No, any size, shape, no matter what your nipples or areolas look like, you're not going to be able to breastfeed regardless.
Okay. Now let's talk about in the hospital. When the baby's born, are there staff members that are certified lactation consultants in the hospital to help the mom get started?
Yes, they are called, you can just call them lactation consultants, but they're usually international board certified lactation consultants. So if you're planning on breastfeeding, definitely talk to your doctor, before you go to deliver, and then while you're in the hospital, just find them. If you'd like that, they can definitely have a lactation consultant come in after you deliver to help you with everything.
So it needs to be actually a part of your delivery plan, your labor delivery plan. Breastfeeding needs to be on that list and how you plan to handle that.
Definitely. If you're in the planning type and want to make a birth plan, a breastfeeding plan, that would be wonderful. And a lot of my moms that make those plans, they'll just talk over it with their doctor before delivery, and then when they go into deliver, they'll hand it off to the system and just kind of let them know if they would like with everything.
Okay. And once the mom is getting ready to be discharged, will she be set with someone or given a referral to someone to help continue the process?
Yes, so especially at St. Bernard's, I know with the first time moms, they just automatically will schedule an appointment to come back and see the lactation consultant.
Okay.
It's really great.
Okay, so let's get into the stigmas. There's a lot of videos and different things on the news and Facebook and on all social media. A lot of women get criticized for breastfeeding in public. Well, they can't control when their baby is hungry. So why do you think there's such a stigma, a negative stigma, or a stigma against breastfeeding in public?
I don't know. Breastfeeding in public is a hot topic I think with everybody. So I definitely recommend that more moms breastfeed in public.
Okay.
Because we need to make it seen, I think. I mean, with formula coming in and everybody kind of turning to bottle feeding there for a while, and also the sexualization of our breasts.
Yes.
It's just kind of, it has become that and a stigma, and I think we need to really work to change the way that our bodies are viewed. We're definitely made to breastfeed our babies, and we have the right to breastfeed in public. There's a law. So if you breastfeed in public, or it's wonderful. And I know for the moms, and I was one of those moms that was kind of shy and a little bit embarrassed about doing it. But if you can really just kind of talk to somebody about it, I think that would make you feel a little bit better about everything. And Facebook is so great with showing all the breastfeeding in public pictures and everything now. I love it. There's a lot of great breastfeeders.
I want to go back to, you said about how women's bodies have been overly sexualized, and that's an important thing to remember, that a woman was designed for a certain purpose. And I think some men look at it in a negative, breastfeeding negative, because of how they view our bodies for their personal use. I'm going to just say it that way. I hope that's the nicest way to say it. But our bodies serve dual purposes. We were meant to give birth, and we were meant to feed our babies. So I hope people will see the positivity in breastfeeding is the right word, the positive aspect of breastfeeding. I hope that more people start to see it. And looking back, my child's 19 now, so there's no way. But I don't want to have another one right now. But I hope that more people grasp onto this concept and realize how important it is when it comes to bonding with the baby, giving the baby the proper nutrition that it needs to grow healthy and strong. So, okay, let's talk about, we talked about pumping versus the natural. Then, okay, some women decide, okay, they breastfed for several months. I'm going to just go to the bottle. What are your thoughts on that?
And sometimes it happens. Sometimes I think women just are ready to switch over, and that's completely fine if that's something they want to do. But I don't want them to switch over to the bottle because they're having issues.
Okay.
I mean, I want them to be able to get support and help first, and then if they still feel like it's the right thing to do.
Okay.
But definitely with any issues, I think it's good to get that support first. Because sometimes we quit breastfeeding just because we think that we just got issues.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And what about pacifiers?
Okay. So pacifiers, I always like to remind moms that pacifiers are an artificial breast. Our breasts were the first pacifier, and so they come in handy. They definitely do. But sometimes we don't want to introduce them too early or too much.
Okay.
We don't want to become dependent on it. Especially those first few weeks, you're really trying to get breastfeeding off to a great start, and your supply, going really well. So sometimes if we overuse a pacifier, it can kind of interfere with our milk supply.
Okay.
If we're using it as when the baby should be sucking on our breast, which tells us to make milk.
Okay. That's an interesting fact I did not know. Okay. And what about for babies who are colicky? Have you dealt much with that?
So some babies, they just cry and are fussy all the time. And sometimes your doctor will give you that diagnosis of a healthy baby. They can be tricky. So I know I've had some people show me, and I've read about it a little bit too, like the colic hold, where you kind of turn baby up and you just, or turn baby like facing down, if that makes sense.
Yes.
And just toss and rock. So it's just difficult, and I think that every baby is kind of different in the way that you're going to deal with it, because they all have their own little personalities, and what makes them feel more comforted,
Yes.
So.
Do you have any other fact babies you would like to share with us? Or anything more information concerning the health unit and other services that you offer?
Okay. So the health department offers a lot of different services. We have 3 different sides, and we have the environmental health side. They do like sampling, testing, and all of that. And then we have the health department side, and they offer family planning, pregnancy, STI tests, and treatments, immunizations. And the immunizations we give from babies to adults. We do maternity care, which is really great with the nurses, so they can get their prenatal care if they like. We have the baby program, tuberculosis, and then we have our WIC side. We are a nutritional program, so we do offer food packages and breastfeeding support. So that's where we come in.
Okay, now for moms that are breastfeeding, can they utilize any of the WIC services? Of course, not the formula, but is there any other parts of the WIC services they can utilize?
So with our breastfeeding moms, when you come into it, you come in as either prenatal, breastfeeding or non-breastfeeding, and every woman, depending on where you're at your point in life, they get a different package
Okay.
as far as food. But all of the services are the same. Every woman qualifies for the nutritional services, and you qualify to get breastfeeding education and support
Okay.
from me and other women counselors. So if you're pregnant and you want to learn more about breastfeeding, we're here to help you start learning about it and get you prepared for everything. And then after you deliver, we're here to help you with feeding your baby, whether it's formula feeding or breastfeeding too. So.
Okay. Now, do you do any type of community programs like outside the health department? Do you do, well, okay. Set up community events, I guess I should say.
Yes, we do. We do various community events throughout the year.
Okay. Do you have anything coming up soon you want us to know about?
I don't have anything coming up right now.
Okay.
Not that I know of.
And then what are your hours at the health department?
We're 8 to 4:30 every day.
8 to 4:30.
Monday through Friday.
So that's the phone number for the
It is 933
pay the program. What you know about it?
I don't know more about it. If I can get it here at Jonesboro, but basically what happens is moms will contact the milk bank in North Texas, and they will do their admissions process where they get signed up, and I know they send them to the labs to get tested and everything, and then when they send it off down there, that gets tested and processed as well. But just put milk and they save it, and when they are ready to donate, they bring it to the local health unit in Batesville to the career counselor there. Her name is Tim.
Okay.
And she takes it and packs it up and sends it to the baby. So they just have to drop it off at their local health unit.
Okay. Do you think there's some moms who feel like, I don't want to give my baby someone else's milk?
Yeah, definitely. That's understandable. But especially for the babies who are premature, they're really sick in the hospital. It's really the best thing to give them. They test and everything else, so they make sure that it's perfect for the babies. So it's not going to harm the babies, but it does, and it provides them, with the breast milk is so great, especially for the premature babies.
All right. Well, I wasn't even watching the time where our break came upon us fast. I've been really enjoying our conversation. You've been listening to Community Conversations on KK 1.5. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back. Thank you so much for listening. Okay. Well, that break came upon us. Okay, so when we come back, we'll have a few moments. So what is this all? Is there anything on your fact sheet that you haven't covered? Or?
It just kind of talks about the income guidelines and the eligibility to get on it.
No.
I wanted to go into that.
Okay.
I'm taking notes.
Yeah, you said you had a question.
Well, I was trying to get this piece of paper.
Oh.
I thought y'all was still on break because when I pulled into the post office, you all were on break.
So,
I guess it was a short one, so I'm just shocked to this. It's all good. But it seemed like though the fact that you was calling, I'm guessing that you all are putting out some good information.
and she's been giving us some helpful, she can relate to a lot that we're talking about.
No, I can't relate to any of this. I have kids, and so.
And that's really cool.
Well, I mean,
well, no.
We're almost children.
so what?
No, they're almost children.
Well, yeah, he acts like a child, but I mean, for the information you all are putting out, like,
No.
his mom breastfed him about 6 years ago. It's a pug beagle, so he was fed by a beagle.
Yes. His mom was a big full beagle.
Yeah, full-blooded. Yeah, a pug was a cross between a full-blooded beagle mom and a full-blooded pug dad.
Oh, wow. He's a cutie though. The little chunky cutie. Is he like how old is that?
5.
Okay.
Yeah, and still it has just as much energy as Puff Different, but that's but you kind of get the mix of both. You know, he has the nose of a beagle, which means best. If something touches his nose, nothing else matters. And he has the appetite of a pug, which means you never saw a piece of food you didn't like.
What do y'all feed him? Table or?
Perennial.
Okay. Has he ever had a table?
He'll try every now and then, but we'll try not to. Like I said, thank you for coming by the show. Putting this information out. That's what we try to do, to provide listeners with information about things going on in the community services that are available to them. So had you heard of the station before you came on here?
I had. I heard about it when you first opened because I get the emails from.
Chamber.
Yes, the chambers. Like, yeah, I'm not your thing.
Okay. And have you followed us on social media?
Facebook.
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
So I'm on Facebook.
It's only once there. So.
Yes. I'm not big on social media, but Facebook.
Well, I understand that. I wouldn't probably either if we have to run these social media pages. Well, about 45 more seconds for the last part. So I'm gonna go back to the envelopes.
Alrighty.
Yeah, see, as the manager, I don't just do only my stuff in envelopes. I clean the place. I do folks, non-profit volunteer work. I have to do it all.
Yeah.
Does it all. Alright, welcome back to the last leg of Community Conversations. I hope that you have been enjoying this thus far. My special guest is Michelle Mansker of the Cricket County Health Unit, and we'll be talking about breastfeeding and just all things babies and bonding and things of that nature. So I hope that you've learned quite a bit on today. Now, we touched formula just a little bit. And like I said, I don't want to bash formula because I unfortunately was one of those formula moms, so I can't put down too much. But I do just want to help you all open your minds to breastfeeding. It's something that is really natural and it should be a lot more. I would love to see the statistics in Arkansas really rise, especially for the ones where Michelle mentioned for babies months, like 30%.
Yes.
It's like, okay, so we started at 67% newborn and dropped all the way down to 13% for 12 months. I would love to see those numbers remain constant and increase and stay, on the upper level. So I want to ask this from your experience. Do you see a lot of variation between ethnicity, age, economic status?
I do.
Okay. You want to touch on?
Okay. So, with age, I think that a lot of the younger moms are starting to catch on to it, which is great. And it does vary. You can tell that it varies between race too.
Okay.
And I can't tell you why.
Okay.
It does. But in general, there is a lot of just health disparities that you see throughout the U.S. So we do need to work on getting, ethnic groups rates up.
Okay.
I know, like, one of them is like maternal mortality rate is really high in the African American community, and so with breastfeeding, those rates kind of drop. So there's disparities, and it's very great if we can see them just kind of come together in lines.
Well, I need to get you connected with the College of Health and Nurse Professions. They're actually, some of the social professors are hosting the Health Disparities Conference this year in November, and that'll be great for you all to either attend or do a presentation. So I'll make sure to get you that information. Their focus is on bridging the gap, and especially in the rural areas in the Delta area, which again, concerning breastfeeding, there's that lack of education, the lack of exposure. So that could be that can contribute to the low numbers as well. Now, we don't, like I said, we don't want to exclude formula. So, can you tell the listeners and viewers out there a little more about the WIC program, what you have to offer, and then what are some of the qualifications to get into the program?
Okay, so with WIC, it just kind of depends on where you're at, and I'll go with postpartum.
Okay.
So for postpartum women, if you are eligible or getting, Medicaid, your kids are getting Our Kids First or SNAP, you're automatically eligible for WIC.
Okay.
And then if you are not sure about that, just give us a call and let us know your income and where you're at and what you're planning on doing. We'll definitely get you the info and let you know.
Okay.
But I think that a lot of women don't realize that they qualify for WIC. I definitely didn't the second time around because our income guidelines are just a little bit higher. So you could definitely qualify, just not actually know, but we are just here to provide you with the nutritional assistance. So postpartum women get a food package, and then when their babies reach 6 months, they also get a food package as well.
Okay.
Before 6 months, if the baby is breastfeeding, they get a meal package.
Okay.
So we definitely, we don't provide everything that you need, of course, but we're there to supplement. So
Okay.
we get a lot of great stuff. We provide like milk, cheese, beans, eggs, whole grains, fruits and vegetables that are fresh, peanut butter, canned fish like tuna and stuff like that.
That's wonderful. We still have some time. I'm glad that you are now offering the fresh foods option, because when I was getting it, that was not. It was just the dry beans, cheese and eggs, basically peanut butter, and that was it. So I'm glad that you are the fresher food options, because that helps to balance out the nutrition that the parents are getting. Once they cycle with, can they meet with the nutritionist maybe that same day? Here's some ways to, increase nutrition, just eat better all the way around.
Generally what we'll do is when they first come into certification, they'll see a nurse, and the nurse does their certification process, and then they're automatically scheduled a nutrition appointment. And it's usually around a month later. The time kind of varies, but they have an appointment already set up for them to come in to see the nutritionist.
Okay, so what if someone service group wanted you to come in and talk about breastfeeding or possibly some demonstrations? Are you open or able to do that?
I am, yes.
Okay, so anyone out there listening, if you want, if you need a service project, consider calling the health department, the health unit, and reaching out to Michelle, and she would definitely come and speak with you and give you some one-on-one, possibly, hands-on. How can I say? I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. She would help you out one-on-one. I'm so sorry, I lost my train of thought. Okay. I'm gonna leave you alone. Okay, so again, we've been talking with Ms. Michelle Mansker. She is from the Credit County Health Unit. It's located at 611 East Washington, Suite B. Phone number is 933-4585. If you have any breastfeeding questions, concerns, please go see her. She is a great resource. And thank you so much, Ms. Michelle, for being my guest today.
Thank you for having me.
And I look forward to talking with you again about some other baby topics.
Yes.
You've been listening to Community Conversations on Kelly K 102.5. Enjoy your Monday. Almost got to stop the stream.